guys, welcome back to another video. Today, I am doing a tournament breakdown on my second tournament, the Fool's Gambit 2. Today, it was crazy. It happened last weekend. We had 44 people show up, which is weird because while we're doing the tournament, we accidentally deleted some people, so it just says 36, but we definitely had 44, and I have proof. And it was a great time. It was 4 rounds, cut to top 10. The winner gets a Mox Diamond, and the shop threw a couple other prizes in. So it was really cool. Moving forward, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I know the end of August is the 5K in Orlando we're going to attend, so I might do it in the end of September. But get in my Discord, get in the comments for the next one. The next one I'm trying to do 1K or 2K, and I'm trying to do 60 plus players so we can do a top 16. And I'm really trying to do a 10K by next year. So buckle up. Y'all see this crazy deck. Wait, hold on. Wait, bear with me. That's 16th. That's wrong. We did a cut to top 10 today. Yeah, so the Fool's Gambit 2, spoiler alert, if somebody saw that. So we got 10th. We got my boy Mox Diamond on some Cedh shenanigans. So first I want to say it was a great tournament. It was a great tournament. I'd probably say it was half and half or 70-30 of tournament grinders and players that this is their first or second tournament. And that's all I want. That's all I want is, especially where I live in Central Florida, Leesburg, Florida, there's not much of a CDH scene, right? Friday Night Magic, there's 50 people. Saturday, CDH Magic, there's 3 or 4. So I am happy. Probably 10 to 20 players, this is their first or second tournament, right? So we're going up in our local meta. But I do have to say, we had some heat. Like, people came and brought it. We got people like Harrison on Dargo that he's famous in Florida. We got the dog Cy himself. We got some Chris Glade. We got a lot of really cool special people. Hummingbird Altars. The guy was just on the Play to Win episode. He's popular. The best altars out there. We had some heavy hitters here, and it was a crazy fun tournament. So the tournament ran pretty smooth. So my brother was the judge. And then the TO of the event actually wasn't me. It was the shop, the Not Just Cardboard. They had the Mox Diamond. They got all the money for it. I played in it. Spoiler alert, I might be in this video. And we'll see what spice I'm cooking up a little later. But today, let's just hop right into it. We got 10th. We got Cedh, my boy Mox Diamond. He's been rocking this list. I think his conversion rate is like 100%. Every single tournament he goes to, he just top 10s. On the Mind Sculptors today, they just said Cedh is probably the second or third best deck in the format. I think it's still top 10. Cedh very goes up and down, but Max is traditional Cedh. He doesn't care about all the other crazy Cedh lists. He's still doing the Planeswalker stuff. He's still like, hey, you're gonna interact with my Lotho or my Ragavan or I win. This deck is so resilient, and we'll talk about our round 4 later where I got the win on him, but This deck is so resilient because Max is just like, hey guys, I'm on the Ruby effects, I'm on the Ragavans, the Lothos, he's on Marvin combos, he still plays Sky Turtle, he's on Urtai, which a lot of people aren't, he's on the crazy untapped stuff with Irith. Deadpool is here, right? Deadpool floor is like, I'll just take someone's cannon, right? Like, that can't be wrong. It's pretty basic. He's doing the Taru. I love this card. But I'm more like on Turbo right now, and people are saying this is Turbo Smothering Tithe. I'm just not sure how that is, but I feel like in this deck, this card is strong. But like Dargo decks love this card. So let's see what else he's doing. Got some creature tutors, light interaction package, just all the stuff that you need. He is on Force of Will, right? Just the free stuff, pretty much. A good old Flusterstorm, and offers pretty spicy in lists like this. Wondering, that's impressive. A lot of the Cedh pilots play Talion over Wondering, so this is cool. I love the Wondering. Touch the Spirit Realm with the Teferi. Yeah, so basic stuff. Smothering Tithe, Agatha. Yeah, this is a pretty solid list. So if anybody doesn't know, Cedh, you know, I'll go ahead and read her. I forgot there's some beginners watching this video. So pretty much he gets +1/+1 for each color among other Legend she controls. And then she has Wooburg. Search your library for a legendary permanent card with mana value less than her power. So pretty much if her power is 3 or 4, she can tutor. I'm not really exactly sure how the tutor chain works. I have a video with the Cedh guy. But it's pretty much once you start getting... you can get silence effects. Once you do Amanatu, Zahili Ra, and Nuka-Bolas, you get infinite flickers. You get an infinite mana. And then you just ping people and stuff. And then my favorite combo in the deck is just Derevi Emil lines with Gaia's Cradle. And you just keep pinging people. You get infinite pings. With Cedh, once you get infinite mana, you just infinite flicker your Bowmaster, right? So it's pretty much the deck. It plays a lot of solid legendaries. And I feel like for me, Cedh going forward, the next 2 years, unless something crazy happens, like, it's going to be a top 10 deck. This deck is so resilient, so inevitable, because we're in Commander, right? It's the most popular format, right, in Magic. And they're just going to keep printing legendaries. Like, that's all there is to it, I feel like. Cedh, high or low, it's going to be a top 10 deck. And Max fucking brings it. I love Max to death. He's a good friend of mine. He fucking kills with his Cedh list. I hope he plays Cedh until he dies. So, let's go into number 9. Let's go... What we got? We got Joseph. I'm not going to try this last name. I actually played against Joseph. He's a cool player in our semifinals match. He forced a negation my win attempt. Derevi. Derevi's really cool. People don't know what Derevi does. Pretty much, he has an activated ability. Instead of casting him, just put him onto the battlefield, right? As the commander, it's all about untapping him. Flickering when you deal combat damage, you untap stuff, so he's like pretty much pays for himself. He's one of the best one ring decks, right? He combos Chromatic Array, has a lot of crazy creature combos. This list is on Sphinx. This is cool. Enduring Curiosity, that's cool. Yeah. I think I was talking to him a little bit, and like the best cards in the deck right now are like Delny and Door Report Mage. Whenever one of the creatures leaves the battlefield without dying, draw cards. So just a bunch of flicker stuff. And Delny doubles everything. Doubles Espers, whatever Mockingbird is, Ogmas, Cloud of Fairies, Derevi himself, right? Like there's a lot of crazy things you could do. Walking Ballista, okay, so that's an easier way to win. So he might respond for Cradle, Chatterstorm for more bodies. That's cool. It's very cool. Dovin's Veto. I got almost cooked by Dovin's Veto this tournament by a Tibet player. I hate this card. 2-minute counterspells suck. But Dovin's Veto is coming back, and it's cooking people right now. Downpour. That's interesting. Yeah, basic Derevi list. It's just it's a toolbox deck. This isn't really a deck for beginners, but if a beginner's gonna play it, like it cooks once you like really hone in and learn the deck. Like I think everybody should at least look at Derevi. It's a really fun deck to play, and it has like the Thrasios for infinite mana outlet. Like it's just all the cool stuff. Like this is just the best banned deck by far. Well, I mean, I guess Dog Thras is coming up, but like traditionally, this is like the banned deck, right? Anything else about Derevi? Combos with Chromatic Array, infinite mana, draw your deck. It's just the white is like one of the best colors right now. So blue-white, right? And you got the green tutors. Captain Cedh's are really good. Endurance is spicy. I hate that card. You got, yeah, that's pretty much about Derevi. I know I'm going pretty fast, but I just want to like pretty much talk about the meta in Central Florida. So the next one we got this handsome guy. We got the Doom of Fool himself. We got some Terra. I did want to take about 5 minutes on this deck. If anybody noticed, the top right here is a little old rogue rack, and I'm on some fucking spice. So Terra is doing really good. I think she's probably the best commander from Final Fantasy. Like when all the dust is settled, I feel like Vivi's popular, but I feel like Vivi's very overhyped, and Terra brings it. And there's a lot of good mid-range Terra right now, but I'm like pretty much straight Turbo Terra. Like the only blue cards I play are Rhystic Mystic, a couple counter spells, and like Born Upon a Wind, Valley Flood Caller. Right? Like this is very like in your face Necropotence. How fast can I cast a Necropotence? How fast can I cast an Adnos? Right? I have like the Mardu Jund mindset with this deck is like I'm not on a lot of counter spells, which I'm gonna when I go to the 5K the SCG Con Orlando, I'm probably gonna either add one or just cut one. Like an offer helps with your post Nas, right? You have to play Pact, you got to play Force. I cut Mindbreak Trap, I cut Gifts Ungiven, right? Manamorphose is really strong. So if anybody doesn't know, Terra is pretty much in my eyes the best 5-color like toolbox deck where like yeah it's probably not as good as Kenrith or Najila or Sisay, but like 5-color turbo good stuff deck, I feel like she's like really good because A, she gives you 5 colors, that's why you play her. B, she's a food chain outlet, right? And C, I think she's a really good breach deck, right? Like my main game plan is Necro Nas, right? Backup plan is I'll just cast Terra, fill up my breach, right? And then I'm just one win away. The bottom ability and the back ability are super irrelevant, and like the deck's a little awkward, and people are fighting with, hey, do we even cast Terra? Do we even play Mox Amber? And like there is games where you do, right? Like the games that you do, you either mold really low or shit. Your win attempt got stopped and it's a 4-2, right? Like that's pretty much what it is. But like this is a traditional Turbo Terra list, and then I'll show my spice in a minute. Just all pretty much, it's 90 to 93 good cards, and then there's just spice that you want. It's just Necro, Food Chain, da 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 da. So I'm pretty much on, Food Chain, real quick. Food Chain, Squee. So you may cast Squee from the graveyard to exile if you don't know. And then Food Chain, exile a creature you control, add X mana of any one color, or X is 1 plus the exile's creature's mana cost. Spend this mana to cast creature spells. So if you have a Food Chain out and a Squee out, you cast Squee, right? So then you exile Squee for 4 red mana, recast Squee because he's exiled now. And then you get infinite red mana, and then once you get infinite red mana, you'll keep doing that with Squee until you get infinite mana. So why I like this deck, because I used to play First Sliver, right? That was a Food Chain deck. But what I like Terra is, if you don't have any extra mana, right? No mana at all, Terra wins with Food Chain. Because you go infinite creature mana, I'm going to play Terra and exile her, put her in the command zone, and infinitely cast Terra and mill my deck. So you can put Breach in your hand, you can put any of your champions in your hand, you could just play Breach and win if you have extra mana, or this is why you have Perforos in the deck, is mill my whole deck, put Perforos in my hand, play Perforos, do the Food Chain loop again with Squee, and then just kill people with Perforos. That's why this is the cleanest Food Chain combo, because the other ones like Groomstreaker is probably a better card than Perforos, but you'd have to do other stuff, right? This just says all I need is a Food Chain, and I win the game. And this is the worst combo in the deck, like by far. It's the slowest combo in the deck, but it is so resilient. Like when Rockthrash pilots are, they're fighting about Underworld Breach, and they're like, it's got nothing to do with our game plan. We play creatures in Cradle. But that's why it's so strong, because you can just go Breach after a board wipe. You can just go Gamble, I win. That's kind of Food Chain. Like, you can do Demonic Consultation, Tainted Pact very aggressively for like a Food Chain. Oh, I got lucky and I got my Squee. My Squee's gone and I could just Food Chain. Or you could like go for the win. Hey, I'm gonna just do console naming Breach, and then if you get your Thoracle, if you get your other stuff, or if you do it for Breach and get your Breach, do it for console. Sorry, if you do it for Thassa's Oracle and get rid of your Underworld Breach, this deck isn't on Praetor's Grasp, right? You could just go, okay, backup plan is Food Chain. I still have Food Chain. Everything's cool, right? So it's a really, really, really good backup plan. But two things major with the Terra Discord is Turbo Terra are playing on and off Food Chain and on and off Smothering Tithe. Right now, I'm not playing Smothering Tithe because my CMC is so juicy. I just win with the main phase Adnos, 100%, right? I'm on, you can't beat that. I'm 1.2, right? So I statistically put 30 cards in my hand with Adnos. But I think I'm going to add Smothering Tithe, or I'm going to add Mindbreak Trap. One of the two. But that's kind of where I'm at. So pretty much why my deck's a little spicy is because I saw Rograk in some turbo games, and I was like, well, I never really played Terra, and I don't want to cut Mox Amber because it's that, you want that extra piece of mana, especially when you want to main phase a Necro and take 30 life, or main phase an Adnos, right? You don't want to have to do an instant speed. You just want to win right then and there. My mindset with this is you deal with me, and if you don't deal with me, I win. Right? Like, I'm not going to be sneaky. Everyone knows, like, once you start playing and you ask me, hey, I'm on Nas, my life does matter, and if that's fine, I have the best combos in my deck if you start attacking my life total, right? So Rograk is really good for Amber. That's the main reason. The second main reason, and why you see this guy in Impulsive Pilferer is, in Turbo decks, card called Flare Duplication is a win con, by far. And I was already on Terra, Darcy, Orcus Lumberjack, and Ragavan, and I was like, what else could I help? So I was like, let me put Rograk in for the Culling the Week, and where's the other one? Diabolic Intent and Culling the Week. So having a free creature really helps setting up the Nas and Necro earlier. Right, you can just do turn 1 Nas with the Rograk. You can go land, Rograk, like Simian Spirit, like whatever, like Nas or Necro. Like, it's really super fast. So it sets up your Nas and Necro really fast. Also, post Nas Necro, this helps. Rograk, Mox Amber, Diabolic Intent, Demonic Council is insane in this deck. That's a creature for that. Also, it's a red creature. So then I was like, I put Rograk in the deck. It's such a slam dunk. Anybody can fight me on it. It's a slam dunk in this deck for what I'm trying to do. Yeah, I try to have the card quality pretty high, but there's 2 or 3 flex spots that I'm playing with. But Rograk's not going anywhere. The card that might go somewhere is a Flare Duplication. So then I was like, all right, let me put Darcy in the deck because of Flare Duplication. I'm already on Rograk. Now I have 5 things, then I have Terra. I could just win. Because, like, post Nas, your colors, or post Necro, your colors and your mana's kind of strict. You'd be like, damn, I have 2 black mana, but then what? Right? So you could just go Rograk, Demonic Tutor, 2 black mana. I'll sack Rograk and I'll hit it with the Flare, and I have 2 Demonic Tutors. Now you 100% win, right? Because you have cards like Elvish Spirit Guide, Simian Spirit Guide. Manamorphose is one of the best cards in this deck, right? You're on all the rituals. You're on a Culling Rituals, Rite of Flames, all that stuff. You just need that 1 extra mana, right? So, with that being said, why I'm taking so long on this is because I didn't like Darcy. This deck doesn't need it for Breach. It's fine. Darcy sucks. So then I looked up 1 mana red creatures or free red creatures. What else could I do? I saw Impulsive Pilferer. This guy's on the chopping block, but I saw him in 1 game and it was amazing. Just when he dies, create a treasure, and then the encores, you play 4 mana, play him from the bin, you get other copies of him. So this is like a Dargo staple, a Corvold staple, and the card quality blows. But in this deck, it's mana, right? People, oh, you don't have sack outlets, you just have Diabolic Intent and Culling. But I'm like, yeah, but I have Culling Ritual. It fills up my it fills up my graveyard. Like, there's a lot of crazy things. So if you're gonna cut Flare Duplication, you definitely cut this for sure. But I've just noticed it's just like turn 1 Impulsive Pilferer, turn 2 Culling the Week, sack it, 5 mana Nas. Like, it's that, right? It's that easy. And also colors too. Post Nas, you need that color, and it's like, damn, oh, let me just Impulsive Pilferer, Diabolic Intent. Now I have that blue I need for Thoracle, right? Like, it's done wonders for me, and that's my spicy tech. Like, I cut like Noble Hierarch for it. Orcus Lumberjack is a very high risk, high reward. I love it. I love Voice of Victory. We don't play Uran Abolisher. But yeah, this deck is just trying to win turn 2, turn 3, back up Rhystic Mystic. But I even hate that. But if we have to, we have to. So that's pretty much it. I just want to say one thing. My game 1, I like mulled to 5, and I did like a turn 1 Tainted Pack somehow, and then Kennen just, his first activation on turn 3 was Seaborn Moves, you lost, right? I won round 2, I lost round 3 for some reason, and then round 4, my buddy Mox Diamond was in the pod, and I was just like, turn 1, Chrome Mox, whole priority, and offer my Chrome Mox. I got 2 treasures. Sorry guys, I'm in 5 color, right? I had Tainted Pack Thoracle in my hand. So then I was like, oh, cool. Turn 2, I had Tainted Pack Thorkel already. I was just gonna do it, and Max goes on his turn one. He goes, "I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna hold up interaction." And I was like, "Damn, fuck it. I was just gonna rip it anyways. You got interaction. I'll just look at cards for Thorkel and then just sack Thorkel later for creature stuff, right? For like culling the week. I was fine with it. So then I rip a Demonic Consultation. And I was like, cool, let's see your interaction. Turn 2, because I was on the play. Turn 2 on the play. Thorkel, Consult, and they go Flusterstorm, and I go in response, exile Elvish Spirit Guide, tap the second land I have, Tainted Pact. And I just won turn 2. And that's what put me in the top 10. And Max Diamond was like, you motherfucker. And it was so funny because that's all this deck wants to do is win turn 2. I do not care about politics. I don't care about heuristic studies. That's what I want to do. And it's just, I've never won like that before. It was so butt. It was like, oh, we got you. We counter the console. And say, yeah, cool. Tainted Pact? And they're just like, damn it. Because they didn't see it because the Elvish Spirit Guide mana. They only had 1 mana up, right? And then I do want to say a little bit of this. I messed up. So we'll talk about my semi-game later when we talk about my halfie. That's pretty much Terror. If you have any questions, I'm on this deck. I'm hot to trot. I'll be at the 5K in Orlando. Have questions for me. I'll give you the Discord. Mid-range Terror is doing work too. I just don't like mid-range decks that don't have card advantage, right? So that's the deck I'm on right now. So let's go over here. Boop-a-doop. Boop-boo. Who we got? I believe it's Casey. I think this is the guy that beat me turn 1 or game 1. He's on Kennen. Traditional Kennen stuff. Kennen's cool. I don't think we got some new. Oh, Creature Budget can't be countered. Going on Laundry. Yeah, this looks like pretty much Wounded's list. Perplex and Chimera. I haven't seen him in a while. Kennen's just him and Basal get infinite colorless mana, and then once you get an outlet, you win. Put all your creatures on the board. Hullbreaker, Tide Spout, infinite mana, win the game. Kennen's probably single-handedly the most powerful commander by themselves, besides like Timna, right? More mana. It doubles all your mana rocks. Phoebe Outpour. Yeah, it's just traditional Kennen. This used to be a beginner deck. Now it really isn't, but you could probably just pick it up. But yeah, it's just Kennen mana, big creatures. Flipping to Void Winnower, Seaboard Muse, the best card in the deck, right? Kennen's Kennen. But congrats to Casey. You killed it. I personally I'm soft on Kennen. Let's go. Lane! Number 6, Lane. This is the guy. Oh, no. Oh, no. Lane broke my tournament. No, Lane. Ah. It's not working. Alright, well, we'll talk about it for a second. Lane, he's one of the reasons why I'm doing this at the card shop. He's one of those guys that's like, hey, I'm new to CDH. Give me a deck I want to play. This whole deck is just paper. I gave him this deck. I gave him Yuriko, Kenrith. He loves Godo. And Lane's just putting wins on the stack. Me and Lane were in the finals together, or in the semifinals together. We both lost. Lane just Godo, count to 11, I win. And Lane's been killing it with this deck. And I believe this is his 3rd tournament, and his conversion rate's 100%. Like, Lane's so cool. We call him Lane the God for a reason. He's super, super cool. Love Lane. All right, let's see if Landon's... Yeah, for some reason, Lane's was messing up. So, let's go... We got Landon on Blue Farm. This is he's one of the tops for Fresh 7. Him, my brother Tyler and Daniel. A little bit of Mox Diamond. I'm gonna put all their stuff down below. They're having a tournament at the end of August, I believe, August 22nd or August 23rd. That Saturday. I will most likely be there. I'm trying to blow this tournament up too. I think winner gets a Taiga. I just noticed his profile picture is me, him, and my brother. So that's freaking cool. I just jizzed a little bit. But yeah, Landon's the homie. Lando, he is on fucking Blue Farm. He's been wrecking with Blue Farm too, right? Like, he got 5th. He's just doing classic Blue Farm stuff. Is he on the Nas stuff? He's still on Nas. He's just on all the good cards, right? He's on Gifts and Intuition. A lot of people play Nas or Gifts. He plays both. He just has all the win cons. And I just see him, a lot of games, he'll just go, hey guys, I'm playing a turn 1, turn 2 versus victory. I'm not winning. And then just untap with a trillion cards next turn. And he's just unstoppable, right? Landon don't give a fuck. His politics are on point. He's always in the top of every tournament. If he's just like me. If he doesn't top, he's right there. He's 17 or 18, right? He's playing all traditional stuff. He's on a wheel. Not really Blue Farm plays wheel. Toxic Deluge, that's spicy, right? We're in this Rockgrass meta. I don't blame him. I don't see anything crazy other than that. He's on the Nas stuff, just mid-range Nas. He's on silence. Jessica's Will. That's kind of crazy, too. I haven't seen a Jessica's Will in a while in a Blue Farm list. But, I mean, hey, PFB, Ranger Captain. He's on all the silence effects. Yeah, that's my boy Landon. That's Blue Farm. He loves Blue Butt, and I hate Blue Farm. But that man's killing it with this deck. Shout out to Landon. You're the best, bro. All right, moving on. Moving on up. Top 4. And 4th, we got Harrison. This is one of my buddies. He came with Chris Glade. He's been playing Tim Dargo forever. He plays at the Sky High events. This guy's so fucking cool. I met him. Me and him kind of butt heads when I first met him. I think he was on like Time, and then after that, me and him have been so tight. He is so fucking cool. He smacks with Tim Dargo. My boy Cub plays Tim Dargo, and he's kind of messing with the mid-range turbo list, so he didn't quite top, but he's right there too. But Harrison has been doing work with this deck. I'm pretty sure before the bans too. Tim Dargo, I just posted last week. It's the hottest deck in the format right now. Like, it's insane. All the different combos, all the different things. I believe, yeah, he's just strictly on the mid-range version. They play Bolus. They play Pyramid of the Abyss, right? They don't play Nas. He's on Shadow, which I don't agree. But I talked to him a lot. Holy shit, Jolly Balloon Man. What the fuck is that doing in this deck? Whatever, he's cooking. Also, I talked to Harrison after the tournament. He told me in his Final Four he was going to win. But something about he forgot to gain the life for Timna, and there's like a Bowmaster out, and he was going to do the Deadpool Ruthless loop, but he didn't have the life to do it. But he said he's pretty sure at the end of it he forgot to gain the 2 life from Timna, and that would have made it where he wouldn't have died from the Bowmaster, and he would have just won. So, it is what it is. My first tournament, I believe Kyle, he won with Timna Dargo, right? This is a similar list. Dargo just reads, you can play him, sack things. Tim is the best commander ever printed. Just draws cards, in this deck just doubles things. Delny doubles a Timna plan. Magda gets a Bowl of Citadel. Just Mardu good stuff, pretty much. And then you have the crazy Dargo cards. I did want to say, so Adnal Spirit of the Abyss, that's an argument with the Discord right now. I did want to say he's on Knuckles and Shadow, which I haven't seen in any Timna Dargo list, which is spicy. So I do want to shout out 2 things. So Yawgmoth and Deadpool. Yawgmoth people are on, and Yawgmoth has just been cooking in this deck. It's just sack creatures, put negative counters to creatures, draw cards, blah, blah, blah. Like, this card, I guess, is, like, insane. Watch my video with Hebrew Hercules. It was a couple weeks ago. He fucking comes all over Yawgmoth. He loves it, he loves it, he loves it. The other thing is Deadpool. I think Deadpool, the printing of Deadpool, put this deck back on the map without a dockside. So Deadpool and Ruthless just win with Darko. Just infinite treasures, bring it back, and then make everybody infinite mana, make everybody draw their decks in response to anything. If they don't have a Trick Mine effect or Angel's Grace effect, they lose, right? Let's say this combo just wins just creatures, right? And then Deadpool's floor is, hey, I'll steal a Kinnan. Hey, I'll steal Esper Sentinel, right? Like, this is the card, and Yawgmoth to put this deck on the map for sure. I don't really know a whole lot about this deck. Again, I had a deck tech with him, and I want to do a second deck tech with him. But this is the deck that I'm looking at for my 5K, looking into build. Like, I believe this is the best non-blue deck in the format, and this is a good reason not to play blue. And I definitely want to sleeve this deck up. But there's so many combos. There's altar lines with Bergie. I personally don't like Pyramid of the Abyss, but I mean, they're cooking with it. I don't like Mayhem Devil, but they're rocking, right? I don't think he's on the Goblin. Yeah, Goblin Welder, Goblin Engineer. It's for Bowl of Citadel, which I do love Bowl of Citadel. Orcish Bowmasters. Again, this is a very skill ceiling deck. A beginner shouldn't pick this deck up, but every deck, if you grind the deck and play it and play it and play it, like, this deck is very good. It's kind of like Terra, though. Like, it's not forgiving. Like, if you tap wrong, if you fuck up your window. Like there's a lot of little nuances, things you have to play in your brain to really get over the hump. But this deck is insane. And I'm pretty sure Hebrew said they play all these static prism effects, all the niche removal, just for like blind obedience. Like that's like the main card to stop this deck. But yeah, it's on Burn Offering, it's on Sacrifice, it's on all the crazy Dargo stuff. All right, so he got fourth, which he could have won. So let's get into third. We got my boy Mahaffey. He's my brother Twitch. They live in Jacksonville. My brother's Twitch is one of his best friends. He came with my brother. He plays Italian. He's been cooking. He beat us, I believe. No, I don't think I played him. I didn't play him during the day until the finals, or until the semifinals. Yeah, he did. I did play him. I remember he was just like, Wish Claw. I don't remember. I don't remember if that was me. But I think he did. He was like, yeah, it was in the tournament. He goes, Wish Claw, I'm going to see if anybody's got it here. Thorical, just Thorical us, like turn 3, turn 4, right? I think whatever. And then our game was the Derevi guy. Oh, he was first, Lane on Godo second, me third, and the Derevi guy fourth. And he just goes, turn 1 fish on the play, draws 4 or 5 cards, lets fish die. Or before he does that on my turn, I believe it was my turn 2 or turn 3. I want to say it was my turn 2. I just main phase Nas, which I should have held up Nas. I was just scared of the Mystic Remora in the Italian. Hindsight, he didn't have any interaction, right? So I main phase Nas. Derevi had to force a negation it, or I was definitely winning. Derevi played something past, and Mahaffey just let the Mr. Gamora die and played Thorkel, and we're like, fuck. So I should have just been not scared of interaction, and because he tutored twice. He like vamp tutored Imperial Seal. I knew it. So I should have just held the Nas, played. I just didn't want to be the threat. I didn't want him to pay for Remora, and then I'm just the threat, and then they just counter it. But that's on me. I think I definitely lost us the game because I win if he doesn't win. I just respond to his Thorical activation on the stack after he casts his console. I just go Nas there, right? And they're not gonna just counter mine and not counter his, right? So I probably should have done that, let him fight the force negation on the console, but I didn't know Derevi had that. So hindsight's 2020, of course. And I think Mahaffey said, hey, if you don't push there, if he didn't counter that, I'd probably just pay for fish and pass, right? So that Nas probably got countered anyways. But anyways, Italian is probably the best control deck besides Blue Farm in the format. It's just blue-black. He TPs, choose number 1 to 10. Whenever opponent casts a spell with mana value, power, toughness of the chosen spell, it's always normally 2. You lose 2 life and he draws a card. So it's like a Ristic Study at home. And this, I think he plays a lot of crazy shenanigans in this deck, a lot of interaction. Sheoldred, Fairy, discard a card, exile 2 cards from graveyard. That's freaking cool. That is so cool. Brazen Borrower, Aboleth Spawn. Yeah, these are just crazy cards. Vanilla Click. I didn't realize how cool this deck was. He's on Tishana's Tidebinder. He's on Storm Drake and Gilded Drake. Cruelest Heist. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose an online card. Gives promise. That's freaking cool. Got some Thoughtseize effects. Yeah, he's on as much interaction as I thought. He's on Misdirection, Flare of Denial. He's on Rapid, Cyclonic Rift. He's on a lot of artifacts. Thought Vessel, that's freaking cool. Imposter Mech. Blood Chief Ascension is one of the best cards in the deck. Like, it just wins with Meme Betrayal. He just exiles everything comes back, they die. Right, this is a really good deck. Italian, he's on Counterbalance, he's on Downpour, Copy Artifact. This is a very spicy list. I haven't seen a spicy Italian list like this in a long time. He's on Seagate Restoration. I didn't see Sync. Oh, okay, he is on Sync of the Stuber. Motion Thief. I guess somebody cast a Windfall when the Motion Thief was already out today, and he's like, thanks. He's on Thada Adele. That's one of my favorite commanders. I have it sleeved up. He said he just cooks with Thada Adele, just gets soul rings, fucking play shit, and might get a 1 ring here or there. Yeah, I mean, it just plays Thorkel. It's like the only win line. He does Thorkel things. He's on 30 lands. Yeah, I mean, Italian just eats your vegetables, control the deck. 22 instants is very light. He's on Trickbind. He's on Siphon Insight. Look at the top 2 cards. Library. Yeah, this card's really, really cool. Limbs Dual Volt. I think it won him a game, right? Like, that card's insane. Yeah, I mean, he cooks. Yeah, good job, Mahaffey. Good job. It's my boy. Second, we got Hummingbird Altars. This guy is so fucking cool. He was like, hey, he made me a short. Can I bring this cool Thrasios dog list? And I'm pretty sure he runs the Thrasios Yoshi Discord. If you got any questions, this is the guy to ask. He alters your cards. He did my Tevish. He's doing my Terra. He's doing my Felwar Stone. He's going to do my Thrasios. He might do my Volk Island. I'm not sure yet. He is super, super cool. He was on, like I said earlier, I'm just yapping, but he was on the Play to Wins episode like a month ago. He blew up, and he's really, really cool. Altars, check him out. I'll put his website, his link all down below. He was absolute cooking with this list today. I believe he was, I want to say he was first. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was first going into the finals. So it's 4 rounds cut to top 10. So players 1 and 2 get a bye from the semifinals and go straight to the finals. I'm pretty sure he was number 1. Yeah, pretty sure. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he was. So him and the winner got a bye, like a 4-hour bye or 3-hour bye, whatever it was. Actually, no, the semis weren't that long. So yeah, Yoshi Thras. He has a really cool Thrasios, by the way. Anyways, yeah, this deck is all about Cradle. Board Breach Collar's one of the best combos. It's like Dog Thras, but in ban. It's on crazy Derevi stuff. It plays a lot of crazy land shenanigans stuff. Spring Heart Natuko, Cloud of Fairies, and Tap of Lands. One of the best Seaborn Muse decks. All the creature tutors and all the Cradle tutors, Wargate. That's why you play Bant as Wargate. This card's insane. 3 mana, get my Cradle. All right. He's on quite a bit of interaction. We got Gifts Ungiven, which is freaking cool. You don't see that in these. You sack your dog or your Thras with this new card. I'm never going to pronounce that. Will the Mardu. Choose one if you control a commander. As you cast a spell, you choose both. Create a number of 1/1 red warrior creature tokens, numbered creature target player controls, and then deals damage to target creature. Wow, that's freaking cool. That's hot. It's a Flare Denial deck. It's a Court of Calling deck. It's not on a lot of artifacts. Very interesting. It's Birthing Pod deck. She's got Effigy, Swiftcon. Nature's Chosen. Now, this card is really cool. I don't really know the errata text. Let's look at it. So, enchant creature you control, 0, untap enchanted creature, activate only during your turn, only once each turn. Tap enchanted creature, untap target artifact creature or land. Activate only if enchanted creature is white and untapped. Okay, so Yoshi. Like, that's why you play it. Yoshi's 1 mana, you untap your Cradle. Right, the whole deck is about Guy's Cradle. Add a green for each creature you control. You're on Deserted Temple, untap your Cradle. Shift to Woodlands is crazy. And this deck, Talon Gates, Manamo, everything is for Cradle, right? And Talon Gates is pay 4, activate it, put it in the battlefield. So that was Breeze Caller and something else. Oh, Cradle, obviously. Use infinite mana. So Cradle, Breeze Caller, this, right? Cradle, float your mana, pay 2 into this, return a land you control to owner's hand, untap target land. So you're going to return the... God. Sorry, guys. You're going to return the Talon Gates to your hand, right? Enters the battlefield up to 1 target creature faces out. So the bottom abilities activate it from your hand, put in the battlefield. So you're going to float Guy's Cradle mana. You're going to return Talon Gates to your hand. You're going to untap Cradle. You're going to tap Cradle. I think you need 6 creatures, I believe, to do this. Yeah, so 6 creatures, 5 or 6 or 7. So then you're going to float the mana. You're going to turn Talon Gates. You're going to pay 4 generic mana, put it into play. Doesn't matter what you phase out. Then you can do this over and over to infinite green mana, and then you pump into Thrasios, win the game. That's like the best combo because you're not casting spells. That is the best combo in this deck. That is why you play this deck. And Rock Thras is on it as well. And then you could do the Rock Thras versus this deck. There's a couple different things. Pretty much Rock Thras is just Simic with Breach, right? This deck is just white's really strong. But you're on Eternal Witness loops. Carpet of Flowers. I'm thinking about that card. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any other combo in the deck. You're on Kutzel. Spring Tuco is just insane. This is a fucking Nadu card, right? Yeah, this deck loves Bioman. Are they on Training Grounds too? Yeah, Training Grounds Bioman. It's one of the best Thrasios decks, if not. Like, Rog Thras, Tevish Thras, and Dog Thras are like the top 3 Thrasios decks right now, and they're just so insane. I'm trying to think of anything else. Oh, he's on Devoted Druid stuff. That's right. Devoted Druid and SwiftCon wins the game, and then Devoted Druid and Machine Guns after you get infinite mana, right? Yeah. Snap is really good. You have Snap, Cradle, and Eternal Witness. You get infinite mana doing that. ETB about to snap to your hand. Blah 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 blah. What is this card? Appear in Oculus. Cast. Oh, you're putting things in the grave. Okay. Fairy Mastermind. That's another way to win the game. Social Library for land. Yeah, that's pretty much all about that. So let's look at the final. Let's look at Tyler Copeland. This guy, and I believe there's a Flubs guy. They were like the talk of all day. The Flubs guy didn't make top 10, but he was killing it. Let's talk about this guy. Soggy Roggy Sodger Roger Fool's Gambit 28225. This guy was really, really cool, and he was absolutely cooking. The finals game was over 2 hours. We timed it. I believe it was 2.5 hours, 2 hours, 20 minutes. We don't really let them stay all night. But this guy was cooking. Again, I believe Tim Dargo could have won, but who knows. This guy was playing really strong all day. He was in the top 2. This deck, just like Dog Thras, it's on Mockingbird. Let's see if he's on Breach. Yep. Pretty much the only red cards in this deck are Song Creation, Unaware Breach. You play Swat and Flare free because of Rog, right? And Gamble. That's just like, oh, you board wiped. I'm just going to play Breach, right? It is probably the second best deck in the format of Blue Farm. This deck absolutely cooks. It's pretty much on the same combos. We'll go ahead and compare in a second. Frantic Search. This sounding big enough's really good. The spell costs 3 lists to cast. If it targets a permanent you control, return up to 2 non-land permanents. So you bounce something, and then you just target one of your stuff, right? You just return whatever you want to return, a creature or whatever. It's like a mini Rift in this deck, and it's a really strong card. Yeah, it's a really good. Training Grounds, Earthcraft, Candelabra. Yep, doing all the crazy. This deck's on Thundertap Trainer. It's another one of those crazy Rock Thras cards. Cradle. Are they on chat? Yeah, they're on Traderstorm. Storm, Crate 1, Green Squirrel. Yeah, this deck just goes crazy. It's the same thing as Dog Thras, but probably faster. It's on all the Mockingbird. It's on the new Tezzeret. It's interesting. Whenever an artifact you control enters, put a loyalty count on Tezzeret. 0 and tap target artifact or creature. If it's an artifact creature, put a counter on it. -3 search your library for artifact card with mana value 1 or less, which that's probably why you play it, because Candelabra. And there's other things. And -70 emblem with, which is irrelevant. So yeah, so pretty much I think you're just looking for Candelabra, Expedition Map to get Cradle, Soul Ring, Spirit Drum, Mana Vault. It's pretty much why you play the duck card, and I think the top ability is relevant. But let's go ahead real quick. I want to... The top 2 decks are Rog decks. That's so funny. I just realized that. Let's go ahead and compare, because it's really cool. Compare feature. Boop, 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 boop. Yes. Oh, wow. They're on 39 different cards. Huge. Okay. Yeah, well, obviously the white cards, right? I'm just trying to see the Rog Thras. The Dog Thras is on Intuition, Spell Snare. It's on Delighted Halfling. All the white stuff. It's on Gilded Drake, Silken Scrying, Carpet of Flowers. Compared to this town ain't big enough, clever. Obviously the Breach stuff. This one's on Flood Caller, and the Dog Thras isn't. That's cool. It's on Nature's Rhythm. That's interesting. It's on the new Tezzeret. It's on Metamorph, so it's on more clones and Kitten. Okay, so I guess you can't really compare the deck. I guess they're 2 totally different decks, which I'd kind of just put them together. Yeah, this is a whole different deck for sure. I had Moon and Satellite on a couple months ago, talk about this deck. But if you guys have any questions, hit me up, hit them up. Growing Rats say Lamach is another Cradle, right? Earthcraft. Yeah, like Guy's Cradle's a thing. It's why you should play fucking Assassin's Trophies in your deck now. And I even saw some strip mines, right? Like, it's all about Cradle. Like, it's on so many Cradle tutors. I think this one's playing more on tappers, right? It's on Misharge Village as well. Deserted Temple, Dryad Arbor for creature count. Yeah, that's pretty much my tournament. Congrats to Tyler Copeland for taking it down. They did split the prize, so they just took money. They didn't take the Mox Diamond, but good job to Tyler. Hummingbird Altars, Mahaffey, Harrison, Landon Lane, Casey, myself, Joseph, Max. Good job in the top 10. And then I'll just scroll through here. I appreciate all the support. You guys have been so much. I am preparing myself. I might be preparing for a 1K, 2K myself. I'm not sure. I still got to talk to the shop, see kind of what their ideas are. I'm trying to go up, right? I'm trying to get a 10K by next year, a 10K. Again, we had 8 people we accidentally deleted. Like, I don't know why. I think I might have messed something up. I'll take the blame on it, but we did have 44 people, not 36. So there's a couple people you won't see on here, but pretty much shout out. That's my brother Twitch. He's on Magda. Egg Lord on Animar. Talked about that guy. That guy's so freaking cool. That guy's sick. Another Magda list. I believe he's in my last tournament. We got John on Cannon. We got another Blue Farm. We got a Rogsai. Jason with Loot. I played against him. He's really cool. The Brea guy was cool. Incredible Cud. That's my boy. I'm Tinadargo. Ryan on Chew Lane. We got Dave. That's my boy Dave on VV. Let's go. Dave got a win? That's cool. I didn't know that. My boy Devin is on Una. This is the Fubs player. This guy was going crazy. My boy Kay on Shorekai. Kay was killing it. Kenrith. My boy Mike on Kefka. There's the GOAT, Chris Glade. He's on Dogsai. Evan Tevish Thasios. He was cool. My boy Greg's on Atali. He was loving it. Dan was on Rogthras. We got Richard on VV. Steven on Hashaton, which that was a cool deck. Another guy in Kafka. Yeah, we had a couple other decks too. But yeah, man, thank you guys so much. I don't know when Fool's Game of 3 is going to be. I honestly don't know right now. It's up in the air. But I'm going to try to get this video out to you this week. I have a lot going on. But I appreciate everybody for coming out. Y'all are fucking awesome. I'm the Fool. That's the Fool's Gambit 2. You guys are fucking sick. Subscribe, like, smack me, yell at me. Let's blow this shit up. Y'all have a good day. See ya!